So Halle Berry is a mother once again, new baby boy. He was born on Saturday, but her rep isn't giving out any other details. The 47-year-old actress called the pregnancy the biggest surprise of her life. Now, she is married to the baby's father, French actor Olivier Martinez, married him in July. She also has a 5-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. Congratulations to them. Probably a beautiful baby.
Explorer's been hit. Explorer, do your ring. Explorer, over. Explorer. Astronaut is off structure. Dr. Stone is off structure. Dr. Stone's intact. You must detach. You don't detach, that arm's going to carry you too far. Listen to my voice. You need to focus. I'm losing visual of you. In a few seconds, I won't be able to track you. You need to detach. I can't see you anymore. Do it now.
Ooh, that gives you chills. Okay, welcome back to HLN. I'm Lynn Berry, in for Mike Galanos today. And that was Sandra Bullock, a clip from her new drama, Gravity. Now, Bullock and George Clooney play astronauts, as you saw there. They're lost in the void of space after a routine spacewalk goes horribly wrong. And the film was huge. It debuted #1 this weekend, pulling in an estimated $55 million in ticket sales. To give you an idea, that's the biggest ever opening for the month of October and the biggest openings for both Bullock and Clooney. And let's just remind you how big of stars these two are. They starred in dozens of blockbusters. They're both Oscar winners. So what's so special about this movie? Let's bring in the real expert. Someone who knows what he's talking about. Jawn Murray, editor-in-chief at alwaysalist.com. Hey, John, great to see you.
Hey, Lynn, and thank God I don't have vertigo, because that clip sure would have had me dizzy right about now.
And that's the other thing. Everybody says if you go see this movie, see it in 3D. But it did get, I have a fear of heights, so it gave me a little bit of the shakes just to see that. I can't imagine seeing it in 3D. Is that what the big selling point of this is, that it sort of keeps you on the edge of your seat?
Yes, you take a ginger ale because this movie is so real to life. Let me tell you, modern technology has made it easy for people to be able to do phenomenal things in cinematography. So this isn't the age where you look at movies and you can tell that they're rolling around on foam balls or they're in pretend spaceships. These people look like they're really in outer space. So that's what the intrigue here. We think that they're really living this life.
And we've got these two huge stars. You know, let's keep in mind, Bullock won Best Actress for Blind Side in 2010. Clooney nominated for Best Actor for Michael Clayton. A number of other films, Up in the Air, The Descendants, a bunch of things. But this was their biggest opening ever for the two of them. So it's sort of like, what is it about this movie? Is it our fascination with astronauts, or is it the two of them and their careers have just bounced back?
I think it's a combination of it all. We love outer space. A good trailer, let me tell you, when you go see another movie and you see a good trailer and it intrigues you, this movie had a good trailer. So I think it made people want to see the movie. Then there's the aspect of 3D, and then you've got two of Hollywood's biggest stars. And Lynn, you know, the percentage of women who went to see this sci-fi film was through the roof. Like, it was higher than normal for women who go see sci-fi films. And we know what that was about. Women wanted to go see George Clooney. So you had all the big box office Hollywood elements plus George Clooney. This movie was destined to be a success.
It's box office gold. Yeah, absolutely. Did you get a chance to see it?
Yes, I did.
What'd
and
you
like
think?
I said, take a ginger ale with you. It is fun to watch. Sandra Bullock is magical. There are a lot of scenes where she's all by herself, and she's just so engaging, so enchanting. She really carries this film.
Well, and it's so different for her because we've seen her in so many sort of rom-coms, you know, like The Proposal and things like that. This is more of an action flick, sci-fi feel. You wouldn't really picture her in that so much, would you?
Not necessarily, but she's shown that she's one of Hollywood's most diverse actresses, and you don't get Oscars by being one-dimensional. So she's proven that she can take on all types of Hollywood film genres, and now she's added this to her repertoire.
Okay, what about George Clooney? He's definitely not going anywhere anytime soon, even though he's, you know, maybe he's a little over the hill. He's been around for a while.
Let me tell you, both of them being actors that are both over 40, I think he's in his 50s, having a box office like this, all this does is make the phone ring even more, and it opens the door for other actors who are their peers that are also in their age groups, because when George and Sandra isn't available, then everybody else gets the phone call.
There you go. Jawn Murray, stick around. I know we're going to talk to you about some other things, so don't go far, okay?
All right.
I don't apologize for my VMA performance. If I owe anybody an apology, it's the people who make the bottom halves of shirts. But there are a few subjects we're not going to get into tonight. I'm not going to do Hannah Montana, but I can give you an update on what she's been up to. She was murdered. And also, we went back and forth on this, but guys, I just don't think we should do that wrecking ball sketch.
What? Miley, come on! My mom is here!
Sorry, Bobby.
All right, so Miley Cyrus there poking a little fun at her MTV VMA performance on Saturday Night Live over the weekend, also that wrecking ball video. And also making a point to say her Hannah Montana days are far behind her, in case you were confused about that. But if you tuned in to see twerking, sorry, Miley is over that too, apparently. No twerking was seen. She also doubled as the show's host and musical guest. She really did steer clear of a lot of controversy here. She toned down the twerking and the tongue twisting for that acoustic performance of We Can't Stop. Trying to be a little bit classier there, maybe? Well, she did get a lot of laughs with her portrayal of Michelle Bachmann and her We Can't Stop parody video about the government shutdown. That was, I thought, the funniest part of the show, but I want to bring in John Murray to get his take. Of course, once again, editor-in-chief of alwaysalist.com. Hey, John, good to see you again. What was your consensus? I thought it was hilarious.
I thought this Saturday Night Live outing for Miley Cyrus was brilliant. I think Miley Cyrus watches HLN News now because she got all the memos that I have been giving out on this show to Mike over the last several weeks. I've been begging her to stop twerking. I said she does not have a booty, nor does she have rhythm, so twerking should not be in her repertoire. Thank God she did not twerk. I also said, look, we get it. This is the deconstruction of Hannah Montana. You want us to know that she's dead. She announced that she murdered her. I just thought maybe she was going to have a funeral or something for her on SLN, but she didn't. She didn't do that. But she's been watching this show. She's been hearing us loud and clear. And I've also been saying, in order for her to thrive as a music artist, she's going to have to focus on the musicality. She's going to have to remind us that she can actually sing because the stunts are distracting. So the acoustic performance was so important because at her core, Miley Cyrus really is talented. It's the stunts that keep us from recognizing that.
I don't know. I mean, does she really need to remind us of that? Her song Wrecking Ball is #3 on iTunes, #3 on Billboard Top 100. She's the #1 video on YouTube. It's working. Whatever she's been doing is working, agree with it or not, right?
Well, you know, William Hung had a successful single out, too. Do the words Milli Vanilli ring a bell? There are lots of people who have not had talent that have had nice little runs in the music industry. You don't have to be talented to have a run in the music industry. You just have to be talented for longevity.
Right.
So, I mean, remember, old school reference, Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, colored hair, wild videos. At some point, she streamlined all of that, and you realize this is a woman with legitimate talent. If Miley wants to have a career like this, and not just be a flash in the pan, put the big finger away, keep your tongue in your mouth, and stop groping married men. You'll last in the business.
Thank you. What is with the tongue thing? It's just so unattractive. I really just don't get it, but it seems like it's working because she's topping the charts. Okay, John, let's talk about the latest Kardashian family drama. So last night on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe revealed a lot of emotions about her husband, Lamar Odom. She said Lamar is very depressed. She says, I do love Lamar with every ounce of who I am, but it's very scary when someone is in such a deep low. There's only so much a person can take. So getting really personal there, not like we think that the Kardashians tend to keep it close to the vest, but what else happened on the show? Did you see it?
I did. Well, I saw the clip because I'm not necessarily a fan of the franchise, but I have to say the clip that I saw was a little suspect to me. I'm not necessarily sure this was shot in real time. For example, when we all watch reality TV shows, anytime you're having a conversation with someone, 9 times out of 10 it's done on speakerphone. Khloe had a conversation on a landline. We could not hear that Lamar was actually on the other side. She kept repeating things to him, acting as if he was having some type of problem or some issue on the phone. We never heard it. I'm not sure he was on the phone. I think they may have gone back like they did with some of the wedding stuff in Kim and her mom in the past and went and shot some stuff recently to kind of add to the hype of what's going on in the media. This family is very strategic, and they've never missed a press opportunity that they didn't want to capitalize on.
And the family has really only made news when they have drama in their lives, when it comes to a broken marriage, when it comes to a divorce, when it comes to fertility issues. That's how they land themselves on the cover of magazines. Is this an example of that?
Absolutely, Lynn. And the unfortunate thing is, apparently, the ratings are starting to decline for the show. There are all these rumblings in Hollywood that E! may finally be getting ready to abandon the franchise. So look, yes, We want Lamar to get sober. We want him to work through whatever demons he's dealing with and get to a healthy place. However, this family is not above exploiting that for their own personal gain. They've done it with every of their life. And let's not forget, they would like us to, this whole franchise started because of a Kim Kardashian sex tape. So if you can take something that personal and exploit it for fame, everything else is an open playing field.
All right, John Murray, you always tell it like it is. And you know, Miley Cyrus, you're welcome for John giving you a little advice that got your career back on track.
Pay me a percentage. Pay me a percentage.
Just saying. All right. John, always great to see you. Thanks so much.